Greetings from Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine. Today, 9th day of May 2024. Actually a very special day. And today I decided to make a very short video about our library. Maybe just the first video in this format, because we have limited time today. And you can see here in the library a lot of books. I'm working actually in the Institute of Zoology of National Academy of Sciences during the past 4 dozens of years. 40 years I'm researcher in the Institute of Zoology. Surprisingly, technology has changed from white and black photographs and absence of video in ordinary hands. We changed to digital photography, digital video, and to internet era, and to different technological progress in transformation of information from paper material to electronic material, digital one. But nevertheless, the library is the most important stuff in the storage of information. Information can be stored, of course, on some digital resources like floppy disk, very tiny one, it's just a lot of information. And files can be stored as a déjà vu, PDF, doc formats, and so on. Digital format, but nevertheless, material which is saved in paper format, like this, like in books, is very important. And in our library, many interesting, very important books are stored for dozens of years, and very old books also are stored in the library. But first of all, I would like to represent some material which I found here just on our exhibition. Our librarians are very devoted researchers. They making special weekly or 2 weeks exhibition of new books, new journals which are coming to our library on a regular basis. So that's why I found interesting books here on exhibition, which is just changed every week, weekly. And I can show you some books which are stored here on the shelves, a lot of them. And first of all, I showed you that famous books of different our researchers, entomologists, zoologists from different aspects of zoology. These people, researchers, published Fauna of Ukraine during the past 50 years at least. And now this series is still continuing, which is published by National Academy of Sciences. So, for example, this book about Pteroptera. Yes, Pteroptera. And this book by Dr. Fedorenko. And this book by Dr. Puchkov, devoted to bugs, Hemiptera. So I just got it from the shelter with these green books, Fauna of Ukraine. And also, some of our devoted researchers, they are not only researchers which are using microscope and molecular study, they're also doing something very special for different aspects of environmental science, for educational science, and for education, for instance, in colleges and universities. Our researcher, Doctor of Science, Servey Mezzherin, he is author of many books which are guides for different school classes in school colleges, like these school books for 7th grade, for 8th grade, for 9th grade, for 10th grade, for 11th grade of school. In 2 languages, by the way, not in one, but in 2 languages. So with just alone or just with several authors, co-authors, he is very famous publisher and author. He's publishing by in many copies, so maybe more than 100,000 copies for each of these books, because these books are coming to the libraries and to the hands of school students. Zoology, general biology, anatomy, I'm not sure about anatomy, maybe new one. Biology for 7th grade, for 10th grade, for 8th grade as well. So it's not only these three are some more here on shelves. Some our researchers are visiting different distant areas to collect material in difficult areas to find, to bring it, to study, to publish books, to publish articles. For instance, this book, Butterflies of Afghanistan. Our co-author, who is author here, Igor Plush, he's co-author of this book, Butterflies of Afghanistan. Some materials have been collected here by the group of authors and represented in the collection of our museum of Institute of Zoology, and collection of Department of Entomology. Definitely it's shared with some another museums. Many interesting, important materials have been studied in collections of different European museums. So these butterflies have been photographed, cataloged, analyzed, published new data in articles, and also summarized in this very interesting, very important book about butterflies of Afghanistan. So you see, even Ukrainian scientists can come to Afghanistan to study zoology, entomology, and study daytime butterflies. So enormous work, many interesting species photographed and analyzed and described here for the taxonomical position and position in which museum stored type material as well. Some type material also photographed in different museums of Europe. And of course, our researchers of our institute published some books for public, not only for schools, also for public. For instance, our researcher who is ornithologist, this is Natalia Atamas, just published recently these two interesting books. He's ornithologist, she's studying birds, and freshwater birds, seagulls, very tiny seagulls. So one book is named Birds in the City, and second one is named Birds History with some interesting ethological stories about life cycle of very different species of birds, which she has recorded during her career as Doctor of Science, PhD researcher, as ornithologist. So it's published in Ukrainian language last year and 1 year before. So these two books also here in exhibition, so everyone can take it if he subscribed to our library, for sure. Just new book was coming here by our researcher, PhD researcher Gennadiy Fesenko, Birds Around Us. He published already, I guess, 7 books about birds, 7 scientific and scientific popular books, and this one, his latest one, published in this year, 2024, with scientific material and with photographs. He's author of several books, including some books about birds living in city, dictionary of ornithological terms, and many others, 7 books. So I guess this is 8th of his book. Birds Around Us, Gennadiy Fesenko. We have very famous special group, Ukrainian Nature Conservation Group. So this Ukrainian Nature Conservation Group published recently this volume with many articles regarding invasive species like this slug. This slug is a brown color slug, is invading many territories of Ukraine, so quite dangerous. We have a new journal which is published already, or a new title, Zoodiversity, which is published by our Institute of Zoology. Zoodiversity, which is accepting different articles, scientific articles in the field of zoology and ecology, which is revised by editorial board, and you can publish if you have interesting material which can be supplied here, accepted, edited by editorial board, and maybe you can publish in this journal. Zoodiversity, previous name, Вестник of Zoology. So now this name is Zoodiversity. Some other journals also presented here on exhibition and in our stores here, like Belgian Journal of Zoology, yes, good one, you see, with lizards. Huge one, journal Archive of Mollusche Kunde, archives of mollusks from Germany, I guess. International Journal of Malacology, studying of different mollusks. Spixiana, Zoology, published by Zoological Institute in Munich, in Germany. Spixiana. Polish journal, Analyz Zoologicy, published in Institute of Polish Academy of Sciences in Warsaw. And many others. I cannot go inside the library because this is a secret place to show you all journals which are here stored in the museum. Not in the museum, on the shelves of our library. There are quite a lot of them. We also have a digital catalog which is representing material which is stored in our library. And you can, if you come into the institute, if you come to the library, you can be subscribed to the library, you can check our catalog, digital one, you can check our paper catalog, you can find necessary title of book, article, and our librarian will be very kind to find it on shelves, bring it to you, and you can study either here, or you can bring it just to your laboratory and study in the laboratory. So welcome to our library for the next visit here. If you are a zoologist, ecologist, entomologist, biologist, you can find a lot of very important, interesting material. You can take some knowledge from books, from journals, from scientific articles for your future research, for future publications. Maybe you can publish your book as well. Like this director of Zoological Museum, Dr. Pidoptlichka, he published a book about this old researcher of mammals in Ukraine. Do you know that we have in Zoological Museum very special exhibition, Mammoth House. Dr. Pidoptlichka found it in Chernihiv region, Mezzherin, and this is reconstruction of Mammoth House, which is here in another building, which is now actually Zoological Museum, which is separate from our institute, but before it was department of our institute. So welcome to museum as well. Welcome to our library to study scientific information, scientific material, to exchange by your ideas, and to publish scientific papers. Thank you for information. Press like, write comments, ask your questions, and visit my Patreon page. Good luck, see you soon on my channel. To be continued very soon, maybe next week, I will tell you more longer story about our library. Thank you for your attention. Bye-bye.